Hello, YouTube? Hello? I haven't done an intro like this in so long. I'm on OBS. That's crazy. How did Stream Elements know I started talking? Hi. How is everybody? Welcome. Welcome to my humble abode. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's tape. That's tape from this box. Hi. Hi, Luna. I want those ceiling lights that hang from the ceiling real low. Try to go low. Speaking of low, we're down on the floor today. On the floor. OMG horizontal mate. I know, it's been so long, right? Damn, we got the cinematic lighting. Yeah, if you want to call it that. Just got a torch and a dream at the moment. The light coming in from the other room. Because I have a ceiling light for the living area and the, I guess, bedroom area, but not the stream room, not the office room yet. Because I didn't realize that some lights, when you buy them, I'm finding this funny because now it looks like this is my head. I did not know that sometimes in Japan, when you buy ceiling lights, you need to make sure to get the ones with a remote if your home does not come with light switches. I didn't realize that I didn't have any light switches in my home until I bought some secondhand lights, came home, put them in and was like, wait, where's the switch? Or rather, I was like, wait, where's the switch? Put them in. They just stay on forever if you don't have a light switch or a remote. So yeah, thankfully one of them I was able to get a remote for. The other one not just yet, which was this room. I just get a fill light to your left and it'll be perfect. Yeah, I've just got one little torch and then the light from the other room, and that's what I'm doing my best with right here. Got my futon up the back there for some noise treatment. Eternal electric bill. No, that's what I'm saying. So that's why it's not plugged in, even though I do have the light. But we're hanging out on the floor today. How is everybody? It's been a while since we had a chatty chat like this. I moved into my new place. I'm starting to get settled. It's getting comfy. It's being furnished. Honestly, the stream room is the last room that's being prioritized at the moment, because if you didn't realize, all humans have to eat. So I've been prioritizing decking out the kitchen, and because it's summer, I've been prioritizing trying to get the washing machine working as well, so that I can de-sweat, de-stinkify all my clothes, because I'm running out of clothes. I'm running out of clothes and I don't want to have to go to the coin laundry, because I do have a washing machine, but I need to buy a specific part that is a little bit broken. Little bit broken. Oh yeah, by the way, thanks again for karaoke last night. It was nice seeing you and I sing again. It was so fun! My voices are so shot from it though. Because like we said at the beginning of the stream, which I guess if you weren't there for the beginning of the stream you might have missed it, but yesterday we hung out for a friend's birthday, and then as part of that friend's birthday we were all doing karaoke. And then afterwards, Naya was like, I have to do a karaoke stream. Do you want to stream with me? And I was like, oh my god, I have to do a stream. Yeah, let's go. So then we went to karaoke, but our voices had already been shot by that point. I woke up today being like, oh, I just need to not talk. And now here I am at nighttime, talking. And during this, all I can say is my social media experiment has fully paid off tremendously. Oh, hell yeah. How have you been, Mark? Luna asks, I have an assessment due in less than 24 hours, so don't scare me with such words. Hey, I can tell you now, I don't have an assessment due in 24 hours. So, not to flex or anything, but I've already gotten my degree. I don't do anything with it, but I have it. Is this more comfortable? Is this a better shot? It's more comfortable for me, because I'm just reading chat off the monitor. So, for your guys' reference, I mean it when I say I don't have a table. I have the old table. It's now covered with shit that I don't want to remove off of it. And because I don't have a table, my mic stand can't... my mic stand is a clamping type. It needs to clamp onto a table. Hence why we've got a handheld mic situation today. And why I'm not playing a game, because I didn't want to have to hold the mic and play a game at the same time. So yippee! Welcome to my floor! Do some breakdancing. Wow. Oh, wait, no feet on stream. I don't want to wear socks though, it's summer. It's too hot. Ugh, fuck it, you'll get a bit of feet. Oh, if I do it like this, I can kick my feet a little bit. Oh, I'm giving you too much feet. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, I'm sorry, downstairs neighbors. It's not late at night yet, at least here. Hi, Noki. It's pretty much done, but I come up with my best ideas last minute long. Pretty much done is good. Karaoke hangover, that's a thing. No, real. I was wondering why no table. Yeah, no table. No table just yet. I've got one on Mercari I'm interested in. But alas, for whatever reason, despite having a Japanese phone number, I can't make a Mercari account. I don't understand why. I've tried a few times. I'll probably try again later. But it always says that I have an invalid phone number. Don't know why. And I probably shouldn't say too much more information, so you guys probably can't help me too much without me revealing personal information. But yeah, for whatever reason, I can't get a Mercari account. So I was going to be like, nah, can you buy this for me on Mercari? Just get it delivered to my place and like I'll pay you back the money. I just haven't done it yet because I haven't found a table I wanted yet. That's a lie. I have one that I want. I just haven't asked Naya yet. She's busy. I'm shy. Lamau, that is a lot of feet. I know. I'm going to have to take this VOD down. Yeah, I woke up this morning to so many comments, and the momentum is continuing. I hope my uni passes me for this. Hell yeah. The heck? Yeah, I don't know. Mercari just, maybe I can smell that I'm a foreigner. Because what else do they discriminate against? Well, it's a bold claim to say they discriminate against foreigners. They don't outright do it, but the fact that you need a Japanese phone number at all to use Mercari, I don't. Maybe I just don't understand the tick enough. But why do they do that in Japan? Why Japanese phone number specifically? Why a phone number is a phone number? What's so confusing in the system? I don't know. I have become Doom, the scroller of For You feeds. Doom. Good luck in finally getting it. Thank you. The issue is that a lot of things that I see on Facebook Marketplace, people are always like, pick up only. You are only allowed to take this table if you show up and pick it up with your bare hands and grovel and beg. Pay me 5,000 yen in 100 yen coins. I'm being dramatic, but the point is, a lot of the things that I find secondhand are like pick up only, and I don't know about you, but I don't love the thought of taking a giant fuck-ass table onto the train. I feel like that is textbook definition 人に迷惑, inconveniencing other people. Like imagine you get on the train and it's just a foreigner there with a huge table, holding the legs, hugging the tabletop, just being like, sorry, sorry. すいません、すいません。はい、机です。すいません。はい、必要です。車がないですから。はい、すいません。運転できないから。はい、すいません。金もないから、ウーバーダメです。タクシーでダメです。Because yeah, if I had the money, I could hire a moving company to take a table. But if I had the money, then I would just get a table delivered. Do you know what I mean? If I had the money, I would buy a brand new table from IKEA. I mean, a good IKEA table. I like IKEA furniture. But I can't quite afford it at the moment. Not when I spent my money on getting a giant fridge instead. Because I got sick of having the small one. At my old place, it was a furnished apartment. So it came with a fridge. But therefore, it was a tiny-ass fridge. I got so annoyed, I may have overcompensated and gotten a giant, like 300-litre capacity fridge. Oh, whoopsies. Take my dirty foreigner money. Take my cash! It's Japanese cash, but it's gotten my foreigner grubby prints all over it. By the way, did you see Aqua Rico is coming to Sydney? I did see that. I suppose that's no longer relevant to me, though. I was like, oh! And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm not going to Smash, though. That's exciting, though. I feel like here and there, Love Live Say You have come down to Sydney, though. I think we have some Love Live fans playing for us, playing for our team in the Smash team, perhaps. Maybe it's Sly. My experience is, hey, I have a Polaroid SX70 camera for $20. Only problem is that I only take pickups and I live in Canberra. I just take a cheeky bus Good evening, Doki. Hello. When an IKEA table isn't even affordable, that's what I'm saying. Isn't that fucked up? But hey, look, I'm getting paid a livable wage, I suppose. Can you guys hear that? Ooh, according to OBS, you're not picking up on the traffic from the outside. Maybe you guys heard it anyway, but there was an ambulance. There was a wee woo. Yeah, I'm not surprised it took a while to confirm the guest, but yeah, glad to hear. Huzzah, 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 huzzah. Yeah, does anyone want to see some breakdancing? By that, I mean I break my legs trying to dance. I heard the ambulance. Fuck! Pretend you did. Wee woo, hee hoo. What wee woo? I have no idea what you're talking about. What? And that confirms Sally isn't coming because they sort of but not really confirmed she's going to be at AX. My condolences. Maybe next year. Or maybe a different time of this year if more cons are interested in bringing people in. I don't know. Whoa, why the fuck do my forearms look like that? I look like a chicken wing. It's hot. Welcome on down to Tokyo. Here in my Tokyo apartment, it's hot as balls because it gets humid as fuck in Japanese summer. And because in my room I don't have curtains. So the sun's just coming straight in full power every day and I'm just like, ah! I just hang out in the living room and close the doors, hope for the best. And then I hope that the heat clears out by the time I have to be in this room. Wahoo! I have curtains in my bedroom and I have the sheer curtains in this room, but I don't have the proper blockout curtains yet. So to be honest, the RGB lights of my PC are flashing out the window. So out there, anyone looking in, I think there's a bit of a party going on in here. A little bit of a party situation. Party. Day 31 from the hospital. Hey, I mean, the ambulance was coming to pick me up. I made an appointment this time tomorrow. I'll break my legs and then we'll have the final stream of this month in the hospital. It's uncanny how often I hear them whenever I stay in Tokyo. No, for real. But genuinely, like, in the summer, I'm sure there's a lot of cases of, like, heat stroke on top of, I don't know, regular crime or whatever. Regular emergencies. Long story short, you know about Needy Girl overdose? Yeah. I was like watching my friend play it on my yesterday. Maybe I played it on some rhythm games too. We went to like an arcade. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. So I'm familiar with that particular song as well because Willow performed it at her graduation live. So I got to watch her practice it. And I really liked the song. Legit, I just lifted my arm and neck minute giant rain. Real. It's currently 7 outside. 6-7. You intentionally leaving them blindless? It's more that this place didn't come with curtains and I forgot that until I moved in and then just slept with no blinds. In theory, that means anyone from outside could have looked in to see my sleeping limp body on my futon. You know, it is what it is. I've now gotten just the sheer curtains, not like completely sheer, like the lace type curtains, just to diffuse the light a little bit and to give me some privacy, but it doesn't block the sun super well. Because that's not its job, to be fair. It's doing its best. Hello May, hello Cha, hello D! Oh, gosh, since it's been a while since I've streamed with this setup, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen some of you guys. Hi! I've been streaming the last few days as well, but on my phone, and I think genuinely it pushes out to a different target audience over on YouTube. Because I surprisingly as well, when streaming on my phone, got like a decent number of like Japanese people coming in and being like, oh, your Japanese is really good. And that's how I know they're liars. My Japanese is not good. Especially if it's coming from a Japanese person. It's the classic Nihongo Jozu, you know. They're just like, oh wow, you're great for a foreigner, which, like, you know, I'll take it. It's better than them saying like, oh wow, your Japanese is surprisingly dog shit. It's better than that, but you know. Yeah, so they haven't officially revealed K-Angel's VA, but it's 100% Sally. She has such a unique voice. Oh, really? In the anime or something? I know people were theorizing about who it was. So when I mean they confirmed Sally, they confirmed K-Angel as a guest, but it's definitely her. Hey, I see. My sister-in-law nonchalantly says it's due to the many elderly dying alone in their homes. Oh my god, when I was house hunting, one of the potential places I was inspecting was like pretty nice. Pretty like modern looking, pretty clean. A little bit expensive, but like kind of close to like some public transport hubs. And then I was just kind of like, oh, like, are there any like drawbacks to this place? And they were just like, well, just so you know, the previous tenant was an old dude. He did die in here, so generally speaking, no one wants to live here. And I was like, oh, many such cases, I imagine. Is May streaming in an interrogation room? This is actually going to be the stream room in the long term. But I've just got no table. I've got no table. So I've got my webcam monitor and keyboard and mouse setup. But it's so unergonomic to play games like this, you know? Like it hurt my wrist to set up today's stream. And because my microphone stand is a clamp type, it needs to clamp onto a table. Again, I don't have a table, so I need to hold this, and if I were to play games, I'd be fucking doing these ones, you know. So that's why today is just a cheeky chat with my futon in the background for some soundproofing for my neighbors. The light is coming in from the other room, which does have a ceiling light, and from a singular torch. In conclusion, yes, this is an interrogation. Hello, welcome. What was your motive? Did you do it? Or even a ego umai. Oh, yada, mecha yada. No, I actually, while I was streaming on my phone, I would get some people coming in and be like, oh, are you Japanese? And I'll be like, no. And they'll be like, your English is so good. And I'm like, I'm Australian. Please. I know I look Asian. It's on account of the fact that I am Asian. However, I am fluent in English. It is my first language. I understand the confusion. I mean, if you've never seen an Asian person who grew up in a Western country, then I suppose you wouldn't think that it's something that exists. But alas, here I am. When they hit you with the how long you lived in Japan, that's when you hit peak Nihongo. Gosh, I've never heard that once. I mean, some people are just like, how long have you been here? And in this early stages when I'd be like, oh, it's been a week, people would be like, what? So you don't even know what burnable rubbish is? And I'm like, honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah, what the fuck is that? What do you mean burnable versus non-burnable? And what do you mean plastic is not non-burnable? I would not burn plastic. But no, apparently they just mean like non-burnable is like everything non-burnable except for plastic. I don't know. Confusing. And then PET bottles, PET bottles, plastic bottles, they're their own category. You know. Do you still have packing tape to turn that mic into a headset mic? The tape I have is like the paper type that's really weak. So it's good for cardboard on cardboard action, but not great for anything else, I would say. Kind of like washi tape, I think. It might technically be washi tape. Lamau that FYI. I don't remember what I said at this point. I'm trying to catch up. Oh my god, I keep yapping. Have you had any hauntings yet? No, I'm not living in the place. Oh, is that what the FYI was about? I didn't end up moving into the place that a guy died in. I moved into a different place. Because this one had a better commute for me to work. Marginally. It's also a bit cheaper though, so that works out. That works out. Lie flat on the ground. Yeah, but then I can't read chat. I need to be able to read chat. Oh wait, I can tell the candle is your fill light. May lighting setup better than most film sets I've worked in. Let's fucking go! The production value on this shit is crazy. Don't believe your posture would possibly be that good. Hey, look. Is my posture good even if I have a table and chairs? That's all just... Oh wait, you're saying you don't believe that this would be me? Yeah, look, if I was playing a game right now, I'm being so for real. If I had a rig to hold up this mic, I would be playing it like this. I'm holding my mouse right now. Keyboard's in front of me. Yeah. We'd be playing like this. I'm sitting like a frog at the moment. I would not be able to feel my legs after getting up. Those commenters been living under a rock. Truly, truly. But, I mean, some people... In some countries, if you just never talk to anyone outside of your country, or outside of your city, your town, your circles, if you don't know, you never would know. Because also, let it be known, and I say this a lot, but maybe it's appropriate to say it again. But growing up, I did not think white people were real because I had seen them on TV. But there's all sorts of things you see on the TV that aren't real, right? So how was I supposed to know that the white people part was also real? It was no more real to me as a child than, like, I don't fucking know, Miraculous Ladybug. That was not around when I was a child. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, if as a child you were told that the things on the TV aren't real, then therefore you can't expect people to be like, oh, but you've seen it on the television, so how did you not know? How were you not well-rounded about things? And it's like, well, you're constantly being told, at least I was, constantly being told to not believe what you see. So, how's that my fault? Do you know what I mean? How full is your PT bin here? Honestly, not that full. Not that full. At my old place, there was just a place, like a net, where you could put all your bottles in. So I emptied out my collection of plastic bottles fairly frequently. Japan, the kings of excessive plastic. Oh my god, tell me about it. Tell me about it. OMG, now I'm hearing ambulance sirens on my side. I'm in Tokyo. No, that's actually my ambulance. It made its way over to you. I sent them there. The one you heard before? Yeah, I was sending it to you. That should have been me, the being in Tokyo part. Yeah, take Noki's ambulance. They'll come back round this way, and then you'll be in Tokyo. Did you finish your homework, Mark? I don't know if it's just homework. Yes, actually. Oh, the assignment? But I ain't submitting it till tomorrow, hihi. Yeah, submit it whenever you want. You may continue watching that. You have been allowed to stay in this interrogation room, in which you occasionally see my feet, because I keep forgetting that you're not supposed to show those on the internet. That's intimate information for anyone to have. But ain't no way I'm wearing socks in summer in my own home. Are you guys the kind of people to wear socks in your own house? I don't like wearing socks around the house because they get dirty. I'd rather get my feet dirty. I mean, to be fair, before living in Japan, I was kind of a shoes on in the house household person. Which is to say, yes, I am a fake Asian. But it's not like if you have muddy shoes, wear them everywhere. But it was like, you know, you can wear your shoes into the house, but then take them off and put them in the shoe closet if you're bothered. Probably don't wear them up the stairs if you can avoid it. And, like, don't wear them into your room, but, like, you could if you had to, and it would be fine. But so, therefore, walking around in socks to me seemed like blasphemy, because then I'd just be mopping the floor. And I wear a lot of light-coloured socks. And so, I don't want to get that shit dirty, you know? I see you hadn't thought of it like that. Yeah, so as much as there are people who live under rocks, that part is true, but you must also open your mind to understanding that some people were just born under the rock. It's not their fault that they're under a rock. If no one's lifted the rock to show them that it can be lifted, how would they know? You know? May's ambulance, there's just some lag on the stream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plus, if I notice a mistake, I can't resubmit. Yeah, if you can't resubmit, definitely just submit tomorrow. I mean, look, if it's like a 9 a.m. submission and you know you're not going to wake up in time, then, like, submit it the night before. I know I've done that a lot in my uni career. I'll be like, yeah, technically I could keep this open and then, like, check again in the morning, but I know I'm not going to make it. I know I'm not waking up in time to do that, so I'll just submit it now, because I can't risk being late, you know? Hey, you're wearing pants. This is true. I'm wearing pants, but that's because I knew I'd be on stream and I'd be sitting like this. So, POV, if I was wearing a skirt or shorts, wouldn't it be kind of Jova? So I'm willing to wear the pants, because also these are my comfy ones. These are my green velvet ones. They're stretchy, they're loose, and I've got the aircon on, so I'm surviving. But socks! I need my grippers to literally grip the floor, so I can do parkour and shit around the screen for you guys. It's more for me. I think I'm I'm the kind of person that can't sit still very much. Don't diagnose me with ADHD. I don't know what to do with that. You're not allowed to have ADHD meds in Japan anyway, so having a diagnosis like that would not be particularly useful to me is what I've concluded. I've considered that already. But yes, I don't sit still. I'm not nearly comfortable enough to sit still. Look, if I had a beanbag here, I'd be melted into that shit. But, you know, I've got cardboard boxes and a dream, so you're gonna get a lot of movement on screen, is all I'm saying. Depends if I remember to wear any socks, right? Sorry, just because that was right after I read Doki's chat about wearing pants. It's like, yeah, sometimes I wear pants if I remember. I'd relate to that. I don't like wearing more clothes than necessary in the comfort of my own home, I'll be honest. I only wear socks when it's proper cold and too lazy to put on my Uggs. Ew, everyone get a look at this guy. Get a load of this guy with his Uggs. Yeah, I had Uggs too. Uggs are so comfortable. And I haven't taken them off. No, yeah. If I already have the socks on, you know, inertia. No, it's 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. You got plenty of time. How long until you get kicked out if you're doing parkour indoors? We could find out. But I'd prefer not to. Yeah, my sis was getting worried when she was booking her trip. Worried about what? Oh, the ADHD meds? Wait, ADHD meds not allowed in Japan, or they just aren't prescribed? Or like, you're not allowed to take them in. You're not supposed to take them into the country. They're one of the drugs that is on the ban list. So, like, you can take prescribed medicine into Japan usually, but even if it is prescribed, ADHD meds in particular, or one particular version or chemical, is not technically allowed and hasn't been for a long time. If you bring in prescribed drugs into the country, you are supposed to like declare them. You're technically supposed to do a form to get permission to bring them in, which I did for some medications that I take. But then no one ever checked them. So I honestly don't think I had to do it in hindsight. But also, I guess I have a lot more to lose than someone coming here on holiday, in that I want to be able to stay here for the long term. So it made sense for me to try and do things safely in that regard. But yeah, it's a thing I hear a lot about people traveling into Japan, that they're kind of like, fuck, how am I supposed to survive 2 weeks without my meds? And the answer is either lie about it and smuggle them in, or which I don't necessarily recommend, or I'm sorry, you're just going to have to live with it. No one dob on me. Look, I'm not telling anyone. Yeah, meds, yeah. I had a pair of Uggs that under my pants looked like proper shoes, so I would wear them out until they gave up. Damn. That is peak comfort. Oh shit, I didn't know. No, look, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. You're safe, Nokia, unless May on some government watch list and they're watching now. Dee was saying earlier that this looks like an interrogation room. Maybe all along this was a setup to get Noki specifically to admitting to smuggling drugs into the Nihon lands, the land of the rising sun. If I've learnt anything, possessing the green stuff is a career ender in Japan, like actual cancellation. Weed? Yeah. I have no interest in doing any... Weed's a hard drug, right? I have no interest in doing any hard drugs. I have barely any interest in drinking alcohol because it doesn't taste good. Any alcohol that tastes good because of something that's been mixed with it, but then in which case it'll just taste better if you drank the thing that you mixed with it in the absence of the alcohol. Do you know what I mean? CBD is legal here though. Yeah, do whatever's legal in your area. I'm not here to judge about anything. Or the Australian government getting an admission to smuggling fruit back here. Oh my god, did I smuggle anything into this country? I brought honey back into this country, but it was fully packaged. So I think that's allowed. I've been enjoying my honey. Honey's so expensive in Japan compared to in Australia. Like, you know how in Australia there's like expensive honeys, obviously. There's like some bougie honeys out there. But there's also just like the wildflower... The mixed stuff where they're like, we don't know what flower's in this. It's all of them and none of them at the same time. But it's honey. And you can just get like a tube of those. Nothing fancy like Manuka honey or anything. Manuka. No, not Manuka honey. Although Manuka honey is the very nice stuff. Yes. I believe that's more of a New Zealand product though. I think a lot of people are like, oh, go to New Zealand. Get yourself some Manuka honey. But like, yeah, you go to like Aldi or like Woolies and they'll have some cheap honey. There's not really any cheap honey in Japan. There's only the bougie stuff. Which, like, you know, bougie honey is nice too, but I don't make bougie honey money. You know? I make combini meals are a financial liability if I do it for too long money. Do you know what I mean? I should be eating out once a week max kind of money. I've actually been seeing border security film lately at the airport. You should well, be careful about saying anything to do with bombs around them, but you should photobomb them. You should jump in and be like, photobomb, and they'll hear bomb and they'll like tackle you to the ground and they'll be like, get his ass! And they'll catch it all on film. It'll be great. And then plug whatever you need to plug in that brief moment of fame. Whoa, right nuts. Combini 3-course meal money. Look, it's like, I could maybe live off of combini food in terms of I could buy a combini meal every day. I could buy a combini meal maybe 3 times a day. But that's given the fact that there are combini meals that are basically not full-size meals. Like, I could buy 3 onigiris a day. Could I live off of 3 onigiris a day? I don't fucking think so. I love rice, but like, imagine the shits you would be taking if you had only 3 rice balls a day. First of all, not nearly enough calories for a day, I would think. But like, the rice to filling ratio they have in those onigiri, it's delicious, but there's no way you can live off that, right? There's no vegetables. You're not going to get any fiber. You're going to have the most uncomfortable times on the toilet. And I don't know about you, but I'd be poop maxing. No, honestly, I don't do enough to take care of my poops. I should be consuming more fiber. Everyone should be fiber maxing. Colon cancer is very scary and everyone should be having more fiber. Do as I say and not as I do. Nah, I'm gonna steal the camera. Real! Just grab the lens and run. No rice, no life. No, yeah, I love eating rice. Although rice is kind of expensive in Japan here and there at the moment. Apparently the rice prices are maybe going down, and then occasionally the government helps to like give you some like rice as a gift here and there. But like, to be honest, buying rice in bulk kind of expensive. Like, you get like 5 kilos of rice for like 3,000 yen. If you're lucky. A lot of it's like more like 4,000 to 5,000 yen when you go to grocery stores. Isn't that crazy? I miss being able to buy a sack of like 20 kilos of rice for I don't even know how much, because that lasts me long enough that I don't even need to care, you know? Egg sandwich and drink and you sorted. Not for the whole day though. Not for the whole day. And also, again, where's the vegetable in an egg sandwich? It's not on the drink. Well, okay, maybe you can get vegetable juice. Yeah, but anyway, man, latest episode of Dr. Stone I really want to talk about, but you're the only person I know that read it. Oh, yeah, where are you up to? Is it done yet? You wouldn't feel like not enough calories for us to eat rice so often, right? Gotta load up on veggie, fruits, and water with that kind of diet. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe you could live off of... Maybe you could have rice every day. But to be honest, even then, having white rice every day is not the best for your diet. Which feels crazy to say as someone Asian who basically eats rice every day or grew up eating rice every day. But to be honest... For me, especially, who's kind of at risk of having diabetes, because my dad's got diabetes, and a family history means you're at a pretty high risk of having diabetes as well. White rice, really not great for diabetes. Yeah, I think my dad's got type 2, not type 1, if that makes any difference. But like, if you want to eat rice every day, it's probably better to have like brown rice. Mix some barley in there. Maybe the purple rice that Koreans have is best. Like multi-grain stuff is good. Fiber maxing. Yeah, everyone. Write that down. Fiber maxing. That's the word of the day. Wake up. This is no time to sleep. I'm awake. A really expensive rice. I know. Isn't that crazy? Doesn't Japan live off of rice too? I've just been making sure to eat pasta and noodles as well, so that I don't eat too much rice. just because it's expensive and because of health a little bit, but like I don't think pasta is necessarily that much better, but diversity is good. Sorry, that pose triggered doggy. I'm awake. Yes, actually, TV camera lenses are so OP. I got to operate one. Controlling the zoom uses a knob and a slight nudge zooms in 4 times. Jeez. Wow. You gotta get really good at like twiddling that shit. Damn. Spoilers for anyone who is reading and watching. Yeah, Dr. Stone spoilers incoming. Please make it known now or forever hold your peace. Ouch, limiting white rice. I know. But like, in theory as well, I was eating too much white rice because like my meals would be like 50% white rice. Or like, no, I would be eating more than half of my meal is just the white rice. And then like 70% white rice, 30% everything else. And that is not a healthy ratio to be eating your white rice. If you eat white rice every day, but it's like 1 bowl of rice and then like plenty of protein, vegetables, you know, vitamins and good shit, you're potentially fine. It's about balance in that regard as well, right? But like I was a kind of 4 cups of rice, 4 bowls of rice per meal kind of girly growing up. And see, that's why I'm at risk for diabetes. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't hit me too soon, but I think it is probably on the horizon for me eventually. Genuinely, the genetic component means I am kind of just fucked. We'll see. My dad's still alive with diabetes, but his diet does look kind of depressing, I won't lie. He just boils vegetables and eats them because he doesn't quite know how to cook. He's learning though. But he genuinely just is like, oh, those vegetables look interesting. He'll chop them up, put them in a pot, boil them or steam them or something. Then he'll eat them and then he'll be like, okay, that's what that tastes like. And it's like, Dad, have you considered like salt? Maybe put in some chicken stock to make it a nice soup. You heard of soy sauce, fish sauce? And he's just kind of like, yeah, but I don't know how much to use of anything. And I'm like, literally, just try. And he's been trying. He's learning. They just invented the internet and streaming. Yo! So in theory, May living in the Stonewall can play Stardew live. Let's fucking go! Stardew Valley stream in the Dr. Stone universe. In my opinion, it's best to time your carbs intake to only before any heavy activities. I've heard that as well. I've not implemented it in my own life, admittedly. But yeah, I think as well, there is something to be said about like, try not to eat carbs just before sleeping. Like apparently that's not great or not very useful, not a very good use of carbs. A lot of people also say that like when you wake up, I don't know about most people or anything. I'm saying I've heard this a few times on TikTok. Take this with a grain of salt. But I've heard that apparently having a high protein breakfast is a good way to make sure you feel full while having a lot of energy to start your day. So like trying to make sure particularly to protein max in the mornings is a good way to feel full for longer. Apparently, I haven't properly tried that, but you know, I eat eggs in the morning when I'm bothered to. Lately, I've just been eating cereal though, and I've definitely not been feeling well fed for the whole day, so maybe there's something to be said about that too. But the cereal I eat is chocolate cornflakes, so I'm just kind of sugar maxing every morning, which is not great. That's not great. And they just selected the astronauts Senku, Yusui, and Kohaku. They go into space! In this day and age, it's best to eat less than to overeat. I think it really depends on the person. But perhaps for me, that is the case. I don't know. I'm one of those people who has a somewhat fast metabolism. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm so jealous. You just can't put on weight. You'll never be fat. First of all, what's wrong with being fat? Second of all, I'm too underweight. That's not a good thing either. Like ultimately, everyone should just be aiming to eat whatever makes them feel good in their day to day. Not feel good in the moment of eating, but like in their day to day. Like you should have enough energy to do the things you want to do. You should have enough of every vitamin to make sure you don't feel like tired or nauseous in your day to day. And then, you know, have some things that you enjoy eating for the love of it as well. That's happiness. That's balance. That's good stuff. No, my dad learning to cook tasty food. Yeah, I know. I think he's discovered garlic the other day. Discovered how to like chop up garlic and throw that into things. Because the other day, and I say the other day, it was like last year or something, but like he cooked ribs for the first time. Pork ribs. And fuck me, they were actually really good. I tried them. This was back when I was in Sydney, so you know this was a while ago, but like, fuck. He followed a tutorial online and everything. He like marinated that shit, put that in the oven in some foil, and he made it some more times after that, and he was kind of like, I think I've perfected my pork rib recipe. I'm like, fuck yeah, Dad. Hell yeah. Make some delicious meats to go with your boiled vegetables. Because protein's important for him too. But I think he just has a lot of boiled eggs. I mean, boiling food is a very easy way to prepare things. Because you can't really burn stuff by boiling it. Like, even if you overboil an egg, you've not burnt it, it's still edible, you know what I mean? You just get that weird grey rim around the yolk. Which, like, I grew up only having boiled eggs in my home that had that grey outer. And when I would go out to restaurants or something and they would have boiled eggs that are just like the white and the yolk, I'd be like, oh, I think they're using like fake eggs or something. Like they're using some special eggs that don't have like the grey outside. And then you see on the internet and like on TV shows, they'll be like, yeah, this is what a boiled egg looks like. And I'm kind of like, how the fuck did you do? No, is there something wrong with my house? But turns out that's just what happens when you boil your eggs for too long, I think. And too long is usually like more than 7 minutes. I think a lot of people say the golden number for boiling eggs is 7 minutes. But I think that's like cold water, egg, turn on the heat to high, 7-minute timer, and then that'll get you a jammy kind of yolk, I think. Tweak it according to your own stove though. Though I still have no idea what exactly Wyman is, but I'm kind of scared. It's fun. You'll enjoy. All I'll say is switching to an all-egg breakfast has really benefited me. Yeah, truly, egg is a very great breakfast. But you do have to be careful about cholesterol. It's all about balance. Chocolate cornflakes, did you say that? Yes, I be eating chocolate cornflakes every day for breakfast because it's easy. And when you pour milk in it, the chocolate comes off of the cornflakes and it basically turns into chocolate milk and cornflakes. It's really good, but I eat it too much. Funny story this morning, I weighed myself and I was now plus 1 kilograms my original weight, so I started getting sad. But then I used the bathroom and it dropped to minus 1 kilograms my current weight. Yo, you took a 2 kilogram shit? So in conclusion, somehow despite my diet having exactly changed drastically, I'm still losing weight. Yippee. Oh, yippee! Congratulations on your 2 kilo dookie as well. I also thought grey bits in boiled yolks were the norm. Right? Again, like what I was saying before, like if you've never seen anything else and the only times you've seen something else have been in fictional media or in a restaurant where people are kind of like, yeah, but like restaurant food is different to home food. Which, like, after having worked in a couple restaurants at this point and now having learned a bit more about cooking in my later life, like, restaurant quality food is not as far off as I thought it was, you know? I thought that there was no way I was ever going to make restaurant quality stuff. But honestly, like 50% of it is just the presentation, the plating. You know what I mean? Yeah, the grey layer is just cosmetics. At first I read it as contacts and I was like, yeah, the egg just has contact lenses in. Just take it off. Yeah, like the grey layer, you can still eat it. It's fine. Growing up eating it my whole life. But it does look nicer to not have that, especially when there's people who aren't used to it. So it does look suspicious, but it's fine. More like a cheeky piss. 2 kilo piss! That's kind of crazier than the Duke. Mayhem's direct takeaway. Well, yeah, 2 kilograms of piss in you. That's what I'm saying. Good question. Now, the question then becomes, what is the density of the piss as well? Is it 2 liters of piss or more or less? Because, oh my god, this is a small pet peeve of mine that I have, right? That people who don't understand the difference between volume and weight when it comes to liquids. So when people are kind of like, oh, 250 grams of water is 1 cup. Correct, because when it comes to water, 1 gram equals 1 milliliter, right? So 250 grams equals 250 milliliters, which is a cup. In Australia, I understand that in America and maybe Canada, the UK, I'm not sure. In other countries, I've heard that a cup is closer to like 125 liters or something. But like, I understand that it's 1-to-1 when it comes to water. But then, and maybe it's kind of close enough for milk, but then you can't say with 100% certainty that 250 grams of milk is 1 cup of milk. Because a cup of milk does not weigh the same as a cup of water necessarily. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then when people are kind of like, oh yeah, you need 60 grams of honey, so that's going to be 1/4 of a cup. And I'm like, no! How heavy do you think honey is compared to water? Ain't no fucking way a cup of honey is the same weight as a cup of water. There's something wrong with your honey if so. Honey be viscous, thick. There's weight to it. There's mass, technically. We could even get into the difference between mass and weight, but honestly, it's been years since I last took science, so I don't remember it so much. I think the difference, though, is that one takes into consideration gravity or something. So technically, your mass here could be like... I don't remember if mass was the one that's the same no matter what planet you're on or weight was, but like one is like takes into account this, one doesn't, blah, blah, blah. But technically in science, anytime you talked about weights, you would say mass and not weight. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone remember that? Am I completely wrong? Has the science changed? That happens too sometimes. By the way, just to be clear, I lost minus 6 kilograms from my original weight. Congratulations! I believe that was part of your goal. Happy for you. I gotta watch chat on screen. Oh, is it different from your chat on your... Make sure to turn off top chat in your little settings thing if you're missing out on some of the chats. Some of the comments. What color was the 2 kilogram piss? Also important, the color of your piss. Make sure that shit not a dark yellow, otherwise you're dehydrated as fuck. Guys, we're all about health advice here on the Mayhem channel. But do as I say and not as I do. And even then, do your own research. We're having a maths and physics lesson. Yeah, everyone keep writing down notes. You're taking notes, this will be on the test. It's going to be a test at the exact time that Mark's assignment is due. 125 liters. Oh, whoops. No, I meant milliliters, my bad. On piss and shit. Look. Surely piss should not be the same density as water. Because it's just water with more stuff. But it's probably close enough that maybe it would be fine if you were to measure a cup of piss for a recipe or what have you. Perhaps it would be fine to assume 250 grams is a cup. Or like if you needed 250 grams of piss, perhaps a cup would do it. Good question, I forgot. But then I did learn one lesson that day. Piss does actually add to weight, lol. Everyone write that down. Piss adds to weight. That's I mean, yeah. Water, I think water weight, like water mass, takes up a lot of your weight. Like a lot of people who need to like drastically lose weight will see technical results because they dehydrate themselves, which is not good for you. It's really not good for you. But, you know, beauty standards and all that. Blah, blah, blah. If you needed to just drop some grams on the scale, I suppose you could just dehydrate yourself, but really would not recommend it. Hydration is so important. You gotta make sure to stay hydrated so that, you know, your temperature regulation's all good, your talking's all good, your lips aren't like chapped to shit. Your skin will be nicer if you got water. A lot of people's skin gets more clear, like they get less acne once they hydrate properly. And there's a lot of tricks to try and get yourself to hydrate more. A lot of people find success with doing things like infusing their water, which kind of just makes it feel bougie enough that you then want to drink water. Like putting cucumber slices or lemon slices in your water, you know? I think it could even be fun if you just put some food coloring in your water. Just to be like, oh, I'm gonna have a potion. That would work on me. You give me a potion bottle and tell me that it's a magical elixir for hydration, and then it's just water with some color in it. Fuck yeah, I'll drink that. I'll be like, oh, my mana has been replenished. Now I can cast my spells. Do the stupid cringe shit you need to do to live. It's fine. It's like that Tumblr post that I think about a lot, where it's like, hey, sometimes you need to lean into your delusions, and it's okay to do that if it makes your life better. And it's like, oh, if imagining that Naruto would be disappointed in you if you didn't brush your teeth is what gets you to brush your teeth, then, you know, pick up that toothbrush, date bayo, or something like that. It's like, you know, if the result ends up being better for it, you can lean into your delusions a little bit to a degree, to some people. If you really like Batman and you just think to yourself, what would Batman do? And then just make sure Batman's a good role model, telling you to do good things. You'd be like, Batman would want me to have like 5 servings of vegetables a day. If it works, it works. I laugh about it, but also just genuinely do what you gotta do. Live your cringe life. Live your chungus life. When I was dieting, I would always weigh myself before and after going to the loo to see the extra weight loss. Does that motivate you more? But yeah, anyway, Bao won't get off my legs and I can't feel him. Sorry, it's a lost cause. You're gonna have to amputate your legs. They're Bao's legs now. Has Bao put on weight? Yeah, actually. Is it like a winter weight thing though, maybe? Green water with cucumber slices. Ugh. And you can get that edible glitter stuff that people put in some of the drinks as well. I was gonna say yum. Technically, it doesn't taste like much. You know, it's appetizing, and if that works, then it works. I don't know if edible glitter is like bad for you or anything. I would assume not. But I'm just saying that I have not researched that. So take that advice at your own risk. Been raining lately, so barely any opportunities to walk. No, depends on which Batman. Real. What if you got like a little doggy treadmill for Bao? I imagine that would cost money, but like I'm just enjoying thinking about it. I see sometimes on TikTok these there's like one cat or something that likes to run on the treadmill. So cute. It just screams to be like, treadmill please, treadmill, turn it on. So cute. I want a cat so bad. I don't have a table yet though. I feel like I should have a table before having a cat. God, imagine if I had a cat and it just like knocked down my monitor. Cat behavior. What would Playboy Bruce Wayne want me to do? Yeah, what would billionaire Playboy Bruce Wayne advise me to do? Alright, I better go see what to eat. Hungry, see ya. Yeah, when you're hungry, go eat. Bye, Nucky. Thanks for hanging. Go eat. Or rather, take me with you. I don't know what Bruce Wayne has to do with Batman yet. Completely unrelated, but you know. I tried. He won't walk on a... Oh, cute. Cute. I wonder if it's like... Oh, no, I was going to say some bullshit. I was going to say, I wonder if it's like easier for cats to walk on a treadmill than dogs. But like, no, I swear I've seen plenty of videos of dogs walking on treadmills too. But I was trying to make an argument that maybe like the claws and the paws are built differently in such a way that maybe the texture of the treadmill interacts with them differently. But ultimately, walking's walking. I think. I don't know. Maybe Bao's just a diva. Doesn't want to walk the walk. Would rather talk the talk. Prob's good, but I guess he's not used to it yet. I feel like that was me with my cats and trying to get them to go for walks. Because I like got a harness. Not an expensive one, and maybe that's part of the problem, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a good harness. But I got a harness and I tried to get my cats to go for walks. Because I thought that would be so cute to take them for a walk. Because my cats are quite friendly as well. Especially later in their life. They're quite chill with people. They enjoy getting attention from strangers. And unfortunately, they are outdoor cats. I don't think it's that ethical to have outdoor cats, but because they're my family cats and they're living with my parents, I don't have the kind of control or authority to just keep them inside. I don't even live there anymore, you know? So unfortunately, there are outdoor cats, but because they were outdoor cats anyway, I was like, well, then maybe we can take them out for walks. and go outside in a controlled way and then bring them inside. And then that way they're not terrorizing the local flora and fauna. Or rather, if they do, we can do something about it because they'd be supervised. But, you know, my cats did the classic thing where like the harness goes on and they just flop. They just lie down. They're just kind of like, help, I've been disabled. You've turned off my movement protocol. And they would just refuse to get up. I would like put the leash on and I would like drag them across the tiles on the floor. Smooth tiles on the floor. They'd just be like marble tile. Legit he keeps talking shit with the neighbor's dog. He keeps talking smack. Like my room has a balcony and he just goes to the balcony to do a bark off. No, they're just having a chat. That's his friend, maybe. I don't know. I think it's cute how much some dogs like to talk with each other. And I think it's an entertaining phenomenon to me that like one dog will start barking and then all of the dogs in the neighborhood will start going like... Wah, 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 wah. But I like to think that that's just like, you know, imagine that they just had a group chat instead. It's not so different. It just happens to be so loud it is disturbing everyone. And it's especially disturbing to the people who don't have dogs and therefore aren't used to barking. So I'm sympathetic to that too. But because I don't live with dogs or have to deal with that as a problem much, I do romanticize the issue. It does sound entertaining to me. As someone not affected by the situation. I don't think they ever met Lol, he just does this. Still, you know, there's plenty of people on the internet you don't meet and you can still talk to them every day. Group chat leak, but they leaking it themselves. Real. They just be screaming to the moon. Ow! Oh my god. I want a dog. I want a pet so bad. I definitely can't afford it yet though. And I would want to be a good pet owner. But that means that, let it be known, one day, if I announce that I have a pet, or you see that I have a pet, that means I'm in a decent financial situation. Yeah, so when that happens, feel happy for me, please. Feel happy for me, please. Because it means I'm in my rich era. Rich enough, anyway. Does this apartment even allow it? Nope. Nope. I don't know. I mean, I ended up just being like, I don't have pets. So I didn't pursue it any further. There are some places that are like, absolutely no pets. There's some places that are like, you can negotiate it, but like it will cost an extra fee to get to allow the pet. But apparently as well, I've heard that there's a lot of people, especially who have cats, who just don't tell their landlords that they have cats and just hide it. Because apparently it's decently easy to hide cats, but it's harder to hide a dog, I suppose, because you take it for walks, or they bark more so. But it's apparently a decently common thing in Japan to just lie about having a cat so that you don't have to pay the pet tax. Get a bat. Like a baseball bat? What am I going to do with that? I don't think having a pet bat is necessarily that ethical though. Don't they need to be outside and stuff? Like a lot of exotic pets, I don't think I have the mental fortitude or the financial stability it takes to have an exotic pet. Because when something goes wrong, you got to go to an exotic vet. And I would assume they'd cost more because they're more specialized. Or potentially they're just further away, so it costs more to get there. If I win the lottery, there will be signs. But yeah, I will instantly have a dog. If I won the lottery right now, I would get a brand new IKEA table, a second monitor. What else do I want? A dining table. I don't have a dining table yet. I really want one. I don't need one. I've been using a box, but like, to me, I like the ritual of sitting down for dinner. And I like being able to invite other people to sit with me for meals, you know? So I would like to have a dining table because I find that culturally important. Not like a Vietnamese culture thing, but like a May culture thing, right? It's important to the me culture. It's important to me that I have a dining table. But it's not a necessity, so I don't have one yet. There will be a table of lights. Oh yes, and a ceiling light. Add that to the list. You can make plates from the bat poo and make bank or a table. Is that something people do? How fancy are you? Dreaming of multiple tables. Look, nothing too crazy. But, you know, if I won the lottery, presumably I'd have enough money to get 2 tables. Maybe even a TV. I'd have a television. I'd have a curtain. Add that to the list. Add the TV. 6. I want to get a futon topper, like a mattress topper. Because at the moment, I don't have any sheets to cover it. But I also want to get like a cooling mat or something for the summer. So that I don't have to use the aircon too much. Because now that I'm paying my own electricity bills, I really want to conserve energy. Which might be difficult given that I'm a streamer. It's not my day job though, so I stream for fun. But still, it's important to me. Also, we're coming up to the last streams of the month. Does anyone have any particular requests for anything to do tomorrow? Unfortunately, I don't have anything special planned. Having to deal with all of this moving stuff has really thrown me off my rhythm. As you can probably tell from the fact that I'm on the floor. Literally, though, a tiny Japanese apartment is enough for me. Yeah, I honestly like having a tiny apartment. I like having the toilet be close to where I eat and where I sleep. As long as there's doors. But we need more. We will miss you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Mom. Yes. Honestly, I'm fine with the chill stream tomorrow. Yeah? Because it's not as though I'm quitting streaming after tomorrow or anything. But I definitely... I'm thinking of taking a 1 week break from streaming before getting back into the rhythm, but I don't know if that'll kill my momentum too much. Because I would like to return to the 3 streams a week schedule, and I would like to once again try to see if this Wi-Fi can handle multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So look forward to that, I suppose. I don't know if that'll make any difference for you guys. It'll hopefully just reach more new people. No reason why I wrote that. I want a kitchen in my bedroom. I know the danger low, but convenience real. It's no day 32 or day 33. No. We'd stop counting, but I'd still be streaming. I would say just stay consistent from here on out. Do you reckon? I feel like social media strategy-wise, that's the go. Like having a break now is not the time. But my voice is really dying. So I think I need to come up with some things I can do that aren't just yapping. Like today's stream. Or maybe ASMR, quieter yapping if need be. I want a TV in my toilet. You know what? I would enjoy having like an in-flight entertainment system in the toilet. So not like, it doesn't need to be as big as a TV. Because also if it's that close to my face, I would be trying to move back so I can see the whole thing. But I'd like to have a monitor on the screen, on the wall, a little tablet. So I can watch things so I don't have to pause. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, for my experiment, I've been paying attention to consistency and seeing if that changes anything. I think it is the biggest thing that affects growth. Consistency is huge. It's got to sit on the door. The tablet? Or the TV? A toilet with one of those retractable TVs in the armrest. That'd be fun. Yeah, give me one of those. A bidet that also has a hologram screen. Gosh, why don't we have more hologram stuff? Honestly, screens are better though, I think. I can't imagine a hologram being that high quality of an image. But it's the kind of thing that you would have thought of 10 years ago as sci-fi, the future is holograms. And we weren't wrong because Hatsune Miku is the future. Let's fucking go, Hatsune Miku. Sekai de. Armrest on the toilet. True. I was imagining more the bidet console. In your opinion, do you think a weekly schedule is worse than an every few days schedule? I think that if you stream 5 to 7 days a week, then you can maybe get away with not having a schedule and just announcing no stream today. Or live soon, starting soon. But if you stream less than 4 to 5 days a week, it's probably better to have a schedule. Because yes, to a certain degree, consistency is helpful, but also you can kind of scrape by without a consistent schedule if you just have a sheer high volume of streams. But I think it would need to be 4 to 5 days a week at least. Yeah, I don't know, because also before this whole month of streaming, I was trying to stream consistently of like the same time on the same days every week. I don't know if that gave me a lot of growth, but I think I also didn't do it for long enough to see growth. I think it needed to be more of a catchphrase. A digestible catchphrase. In the same way that this month, I think I experienced decent growth. It's hard to say as well because I'm on a different platform now, but I think this month it was decent growth as well because I could be like, hey, I'll be back again tomorrow. I don't know what time, but it's definitely tomorrow. And if not, the day after. I think being able to say something like that, like I'm streaming every day this month, was very good for me. We had a lot of new people come around, which is nice. It was always going to be new people in the sense that now that we're on YouTube, there's different people who use YouTube versus Twitch. But I'm also just pleased with the amount of people who ended up like joining the Discord, like coming back to streams. We got some new regulars, you know? Makes me very happy to see more people coming around. It's very satisfying. I felt a similar satisfaction back when I was doing Idol in Australia, when I'd see new people buy tickets and then become regulars. I live off of that high of being like, yes, welcome to this community. You've found your place, and it is right here. It always made me happy. What about a reclining loo? I feel like that sounds like an awful idea. Imagine lying down to take a shit and the doo-doo just like shoots outwards or something. Like, what if you missed the toilet? I don't know, what direction does it come out of? Well, I worry as well. If you lie down and take a shit, will the doo-doo just like scrape against your butt cheeks on the way down or something? Like, are you gonna have to clean up a bit more thoroughly? You know, you gotta think about this. And if you flush, does it hit your back? In the context of a social media account, I should add. True, I guess streaming versus social media accounts could be different. I think if you post like 3 times a week, maybe you don't need a schedule. I think when it comes to posting, it's more about having a schedule if that helps you and your workflow. I don't think a lot of people care too much about the timing of a post. I mean, to a degree, maybe pay attention to your analytics stats and see what time of day is the best time to post and schedule it for that. I think some people were saying that on like Instagram, scheduled posts don't do as well as posting at that exact same time, but not as a scheduled post for whatever reason. I don't know if the algorithm actually feels that difference or if it's just the fact that you're not there to then promote it by adding it to your story, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like when it comes to posting things, the schedule is more for internal use. But for streaming, the benefit of having a schedule is that the people who want to see your streams know when you'll be live and they can make plans. They can plan to show up. They can, you know, work their schedule around yours. A steady streaming day and 1 or 2 random days, maybe. I feel like, yeah, you could always do like, yeah, I stream 3 days a week, and then on random days you can be like, I'm doing a gorilla stream. Not gorilla. It's a thing people do, I believe. And they're just kind of like, I felt like streaming, so I'm just gonna go live. Well, since we're doing reflections now, I can say I think this year's month of May, if you measured by the amount of new regulars, a massive success. I would agree. Let's see if I can keep it up though. What about when your regulars then get together and team up against you? Yeah, look, I think that's just part of the risk of forming a community. And if anything, maybe that would make me happy. I must say I didn't put any more thought into the reclining loo like you did, but if it's hitting your back, it's the wrong design. No, that's fair too. But also, you don't know what shape my poops come out as. You know, maybe they loop around like a tail. I don't think poop should be long enough to do that. But I'm just saying, you don't know. Yeah, I'm buried in analytics and my APA references are full of stuff. Doing a course on social media sounds a little fun. I've lost connection. Are you back? I'm back. What did I miss? I don't know. Everything. You missed the whole stream, dog. Sorry. My goodness. It has now been over an hour though, so I think I will wrap up the stream here so that I'm not using my voice too much. But thank you for joining me here on the floor of my Tokyo apartment. I will be back again tomorrow for the last stream of the month of May. Not yet decided on what to do. Sorry, my life's kind of not in shambles, but what is it like? It's a bit of a mess right now, but not like mess negative as in everything's going terribly, but just like everything's, you know, all over the place, literally. My stuff is there and over there and over there, and everything's still in boxes that I haven't unpacked. But as I get my shit back together, expect more stuff like earlier in the month. Gaming. And like, you know, we'll do karaoke here and there. That's always fun. Thank you for stream. Thank you for coming. Damn, it has. Yeah, it's been over an hour. Thank you for the stream. Yay. Thank you for coming. Yeah, no worries. Good yan. Good yan. Oh, yeah. Hope you enjoyed my dual monitor setup too. Yeah, that was kind of hilarious. I did enjoy it. Thank you for showing. Thank you for sharing in the Discord. But yes, please feel free to join the Discord if you aren't already in the Discord. The link is now in the description because I'm on my PC now. That means I actually have the link in there. Woo! I'll be back again tomorrow for a stream. You will get pinged if you are in the Discord when I am about to go live or when I go live. So join that if you want to. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. It's been a fun one. And we'll be back again. We'll be back again tomorrow for the last stream of the month. Happy May. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Ah, la, 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 la.